Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. And in today's video I'm going to be going through lots of gold coins I bought. So I've got 3 separate orders. One of them I can potentially send back, one I bought from an auction, and one I just bought outright from an old customer. So I ended up buying this from auction. It was a pretty meh buy, and the reason it was a meh buy was because I had to pay postage. So by the time I paid postage I was probably over what I should have paid. Now I paid 180 on it. I actually thought I'd win other lots in the auction, and that just wasn't the case. Now this is probably a solid £200 coin. You don't get many proof eagles in the UK, so it's not a bad buy at 180. But when postage was £10, you know, it leaves very little meat on the bones. So it's probably about 6 or 7 quid in it for me if I find a buyer. If I don't find a buyer, you know, I might be working for free on this one. This might go in the long term wait for a buyer category, and that's okay, you know, but I need to be moving stuff sooner rather than later. I've managed to build up a massive pot of gold coins, so these are going on sale later. This has become my casual pot of gold, stuff that just needs selling. You know, it's either going or it's going in the lockup box in London if it doesn't sell tonight. So I am fed up of looking at it, or at least some of it. So yeah, I got this in. Now I bought this from the Coins of the Realm auction. I like the auction. I like the owner of the auction. I think they've not had a good few auctions because they've set the starting price too high. But I think the last auction was pretty decent. I counted one auction, I think it's like 40% of their lots went unsold because the starting price was too high, and no one really wants that. You want competitive auctions, and it's not just auction, you want competitive auctions because it gives it gives the consumer quality. You know, when you've got one auction, you don't want that. You want auctions that are diverse and spread around and bring different things to the table. So yeah, I've got that in. Now this coin here, I haven't actually seen it, and the guy said to me, we agreed a strike price of 350. He said to me, the pictures aren't great, have a look. If you don't like it, you're more than welcome to send it back. I haven't seen it yet, so I will tell you on camera what I think of it. There was issues with the coin. It's whether or not the coin can be fixed. Let's get out of the cap. I was really unsure. I asked him what he paid, and he said, I just want to get my money back. So he ended up paying $350 himself. Okay, that seems like residue. There's a scratch there. See it? So there's a scratch there. That's a real shame. You can see it. I'll probably send this one back, unfortunately. I'll chuck him some free postage so he's not out of pocket. But that's not. At 350 there's nothing in it, or at least I don't think there's anything in it, not with the marks. You know, if it was just, sometimes you get like a residue on the coin, so you can probably see it at the base of the queen's neck. You know, that type of stuff can be resolved. That's not a problem. But the numbers are just not there, especially with the scratches. That's a real shame. That really is. I'll send him a message and I'll see what he says. Yeah, it's probably, I'm not going to price gouge him, but it's probably a spot coin. You're not going to be able to sell that as a proof or a used proof. 350 is probably where it's going to be at. It's probably going to be sold as a date filler. Yeah, not nice, but you know, I can only call it how I see the market. So yeah, I'll send him a message. I hope he isn't too disappointed, but if he wants, I'll chuck him some first class stamps for Christmas, just to cover what he sent. Let's put that there. So there's that one, and I got in a little bag of gold. Oh, it's fallen out. So someone I used to sell to, and I just put in a speculative offer. He was selling things individually, and I said, look, would you accept, I offered him over spot for most of things. Offered him 45 a gram and then spot on the half sovereigns. But I said to him, so would you accept 45 a gram? You know, you know I'm a trader, you know I've got to make money, but it saves you the hassle of dealing with multiple people and doing multiple packaging and haggling and all that. And he was happy with that. He was like, yeah, sure. And I said to him, I actually remember quite a few of the bits that he has. You know, I sold them to him originally. I can tell you where they come from as well. So yeah, there's a quarter sovereign here. It's quite nice. Nice little example. It's probably worth about £90, maybe 95 at a push. So I like small gold because it tends to be pretty easy to move. It's not a problem. A 2.5 gram Baird & Co gold bar. I'm pretty sure I sold him this one. Harrius 5 gram. I'm sure I sold him this one. I didn't sell him the other 5 grammer though, because I've never had one of these in before. What shocked me was I didn't know these were in smaller packaging. So when it came out, I was like, oh, that's a novelty. I always thought they were credit card size, but I guess not. I know the Nuavel Cambies are, because I've had a couple of the red ones in. Whether or not these are worth anything more, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm just going to list them at one price. Then he's got some smaller bits in. So these small gold coins, I originally sold to everyone. I had like 50 or 60 of them come in, and you can check via my videos. It should be on. I had a really successful video. It's my most successful video. I think it's like a monster haul of 150 small gold coins or something like that. And these were on that video. And these were, I really struggled to move these, but looking back, I overpaid on them. So I always liked that one. I thought that was always kind of sweet. Looking back, I probably overpaid on them, but I was still learning my craft. I was still getting to grips with pricing and how to move things. And I went back to my supplier afterwards and said, oh, I've overpaid for that. And he was like, yeah, you did. I was like, yeah, cheers, mate. I was like, why'd you charge me more? He's like, because I got a business to run. I was like, yep, cheers. Nah, what it was, I was bidding against a German, and it just so happened that I won. But it took me ages to move them. So those come in. So these are 1/25. I need to check this one. I'm pretty sure this is a 20th. I'm pretty sure it's a 20th, but I do need to check it. I've got a couple of half sovereigns in. One came carded, but you know it's been put in a cap. it's not really worth anything more. These are paid spot on. Had quite a few of them in recently. Got a 1 grammer that come from a rival bullion dealer who was they were a boyfriend girlfriend team, but they broke up a long time ago. The guy doesn't like me either. Already been through that one. Doesn't matter. But 1 grammer. These come in sets of 5. So I've actually got one of these. I kept it on the side as a reminder of don't do dumb things. So I did a trade with a big London dealer when I was getting into it, and they sold me these, and I just overpaid. I was so happy that they text me like, yeah, we got this thing, do you want to buy it? And I was like, yeah, I've finally got my foot in the door. I overpaid massively. Never again. You know, sometimes you need to learn when to say no. And finally, ironically, I believe these were from the same guys who sold me the 1 grammers. These are 20th kangaroos. I think I bought and sold these to him. I may be wrong, but I know I've had 20th kangaroos in, and they would have come from that supply. Like, these are probably 80, 85 pound coins alone. I paid 45 over, so maybe 70 pounds. But you need to kind of aggregate that over a lot. So, okay, I'm going to be winning on these, but I'm probably going to be losing on these, you know, so it tends to even itself out rather than, you know, making £10 on everything. It's just not going to be the case. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's slightly longer than I would have hoped it to, and I'll see you on the next one.